This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Cavan Hallman from Mirrorbox Theatre, a relatively new theater troupe in the Cedar Rapids area. Cavan, welcome.
Thank you, Dennis.
You were here, about a year ago, just getting ready for your very first season.
Yeah.
And now you're into your second. So before we talk about the upcoming show, reflect on that year a little bit. How have things been going? Along with your expectations? Highs, lows?
It's going better than my expectations. I think that one of the things I'm really proud of is that we've decided to try and grow sustainably. Our audiences have been growing with each show. In the first year, I directed all 4 shows. That was really just to get us up off the ground. But in this season, actually, 2 of our shows were directed by other artists. In fact, we brought in a really wonderful director from Chicago who directed our last show. So we're growing artistically, we're growing in terms of our audiences, and I feel like really fulfilling our mission of not only bringing exciting new plays to the community, but also contributing to the equity, diversity, and inclusion conversation in the arts in our area.
So the larger mission of Mirrorbox Theatre is to bring new work.
Absolutely.
And I think almost everything has been a premiere so far, yes?
Yep. So Cinder, which opens August 22nd, that is our 7th Iowa premiere since March of 2018. And our last show, in fact, was a Midwest premiere. It was only the 2nd performance ever of that play. So we're, again, trying to grow sustainably. Every show is going to be an Iowa premiere, at least. And we're looking to grow into doing more regional and even world premieres in the future.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but doing all new work can be a little bit challenging in terms of finding your audience. But it sounds like you're doing that.
Yeah, the challenge, of course, is that there's little to no name recognition. So we have to build up trust with our audiences. Our audience, I think we've gotten to a point where they trust that they're going to be challenged, satisfied, and that it's going to be worthwhile to see something new.
The upcoming production is called Cinder, and this is the second show that you've done by this playwright, yes?
Right, by Ike Holter. He is an incredibly exciting Chicago playwright. Actually, this is just like Exit Strategy, which was our first show that we ever did, was by Ike Holter. He recently wrote for the FX series Fosse Verdon, and Cinder and Exit Strategy are both part of a 7-play saga, the Rightland saga. He created a fictional Chicago ward, and 7 plays all take place in this one ward. Okay. And actually, Chris Jones of the Chicago Tribune went on the record recently of saying, when people look back, that this will be one of the greatest literary achievements of contemporary Chicago theater.
Wow. Okay, that's not not a high mark at all.
Yeah, he's an exciting, thrilling playwright. What I love about him is he has this very exciting, vibrant use of language that both feels recognizable but is heightened, and also he loves to play with genres and kind of both do things that are familiar and twist them a little bit. So Exit Strategy kind of took the 90s Save Our School drama trope and brought it into a new era and gave depth to it. And this is very much a coming-of-age love story, but he adds in elements of mystery and also a commentary on these contemporary Arrested Development hipsters. Yeah.
So with that said, now sketch out the plot a little bit.
Yeah. So Cinder, basically what happens is this hipster character, Lynx, who has an incredible but somewhat mysterious draw on the people around him. He disappeared a year ago, and he shows up on the anniversary of his disappearance after everyone has mourned his death, and his lovers and his friends are struggling to move on, and then he suddenly and mysteriously reappears and refuses to tell them what he's been up to. And so, as you can imagine, that really introduces a new level of chaos into these people's lives, and it's that push-pull between their draw to him and this chaotic experience that he throws them into.
As you've been, and then you direct this one.
That's correct.
So tell me a little bit about the relationship, if any, between this and the exit strategy and the other shows in his Chicago cycle. It's obviously it's different characters.
Absolutely.
Besides the setting, and I'm a fan of all things Chicago, so I am totally in.
Yeah.
Aside from the setting, what are the commonalities that link them?
Yeah, I would say the commonalities are trying to. He really gives this insight into. He's trying to paint a full picture of the Chicago that he knows, and so. I think Exit Strategy was really focused on the social justice issues. It was about this crumbling Chicago public school and the effort to save it. And this is about 30-somethings, people in their late 20s, early 30s, really struggling to make it work in Chicago. And so the characters are absolutely different. We do have one actor who is returning from Exit Strategy, playing a different character in Sender. So there's that common theme for Mirrorbox's production of Ike's work. But really, all of these characters come together in the final play of his saga that debuted at the Goodman this year, and that was called Lottery Day.
Oh, okay.
So, but the location that he's created, this kind of world, it's a little bit similar to John Hughes movies. They all take place in that fictional suburb, right? Pretty in Pink and Breakfast Club, Shermer, Illinois. So this is kind of Ike Holter's Shermer.
And when does the show open?
Opens August 22nd and runs through August 24th.
Okay, so just one weekend to see
Absolutely.
it, so you're going to have to get over there. And you use the black box space, the studio space at Legion Arts.
That's correct.
CSPS, yes.
Yep, we're down in Newbo. We're the spirit of new drama in the heart of Newbo. We love being at CSPS, and Legion Arts is a great partner.
And I'm sorry for not being more cognizant of the schedule with a 4-season show. It's not like you have one more left in the season?
We have one more after this one. It's called Orange Julius, and it runs November 14th through 16th. And it's a pretty incredible, very moving, poetic play written by a University of Iowa Playwrights Workshop graduate. But this play is about a young transgender person who is caring for their father in the final days of the father's life as he was exposed to Agent Orange in the Vietnam War.
Wow.
And the play poetically moves between 3 different realities. There are the memories of growing up with this father, there's the present-day caretaking, but then also this child is, a young adult child, is desperately trying to connect with their father, and the way that they do that is by throwing themselves headfirst into these fantasies of being in the Vietnam War with their father. And it's their vision of Vietnam is very much a Hollywood movie influenced. It's really an attempt to connect, not an attempt to portray reality. It's a very moving and powerful play. Excited to be producing that.
And that'll be the close of the season.
That's right.
Sender opens August 22nd, runs through the weekend. And if people want tickets, can they visit your website?
They can go to our website, which is mirrorboxtheatre.com. There's a link right there on the homepage. You can also go directly to the Legion Arts website, legionarts.com, or yes, legionarts.org. Yeah. And you can also buy tickets at the door. They're $15 each.
Okay. Well, Cavan, congratulations on a successful second season. And when we get closer to November, come back and give us a progress report on Orange Julius.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks, Cavan. Again, mirrorboxtheatre.com for more information about this or any of the other shows in the Mirrorbox season. You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most Thursdays and Fridays at 10:20, or watch the podcast on your own schedule using your favorite podcast app or at kcck.org/culture. I'm Dennis Green.